You might not know this, but the most dangerous place to be when learning any skill is not being bad at it, it's being kind of good at it. And here's why. When you're completely new at something, you know you don't know much. So that keeps you humble, curious, asking questions. And at the very top, experts also know how much they don't know. But there's a middle ground where you've learned enough to feel capable, but you've not learned enough to see how complicated it actually is. That's actually such a dangerous place to be. And if you're wondering why, it's because you get caught in something called the illusion of explanatory depth. This was discovered by two psychologists, Rosenblatt and Kell. What they found out was that we genuinely believe we understand things way better than we do. Like, you probably think you know how a zip works or how childbirth actually happens until somebody asks you to explain it step by step and explain all the mechanics of it. And suddenly you're stumbling. That's the trap. We mistake confidence for competence. And here's the part that surprises most people. Experts actually ask more questions than people in the middle. Because the more you know, the more complexity you can see. A neurosurgeon doesn't just see brain surgery. She sees thousands of variables stacked on top of each other. A founder who's actually been through it and built a successful company doesn't just see growth. He sees distribution, pricing, psychology, hiring, cash flow, timing, luck, all colliding at once. So knowledge doesn't make you more certain, it makes you more aware of how much you don't know. Psychologists actually call this the expertise paradox. Very really great people often have a tinge of imposter syndrome. So how do you get off this trap? You need to stop measuring how well you understand something by how familiar it feels. Measure it by whether you can actually teach it. Richard Feynman, this physicist, built his whole learning method around this. If you can't explain something in plain language, you actually don't understand it yet. And there's a second trick. Before you launch something or read a report, write down what you think is going to happen and why. Then compare it to what actually happens. Now, two things. Firstly, it improves your judgment and helps you better guess or predict stuff. But the second thing is that it exposes the gaps in your thinking way faster than just consuming more content ever will. Consistently test how much you know because, like I said, we tend to greatly overestimate how much we know.